Well, hello, this is Jay Swift, and I've been asked by a couple people to do a quick video on how to be a better photographer, and specifically with wildlife. So I'm just going to show some of my slides and explain that certain things I do would help you as a photographer. Now, one of the first things is be sometimes very close, if you can. Now, this was a captive bird that I was able to photograph, a saw-whet owl. And he was very used to people, so my presence didn't bother him. So I was able to get really close. If you can, without disturbing the wildlife, sometimes getting very close is very intimate and very, very good. Now, sometimes you can't get very close, and more the time of day can make a big impact. So these are early morning shots as the sun is just coming up, waiting for the right moment. And as you can see, the time of day really can have an impact, especially when it's cold out. Now, the other thing is action. Anytime you can get action by the animal, whether they're yawning or running or anything they're doing, that always makes for a better photograph. Now, compositionally, I generally think of shooting like when I shoot a vertical, I shoot for a cover of like a magazine in mind. I leave room at the top, and generally it goes out of focus and it's blurry, but it's beautiful, or sometimes it's just black like with the frog. And as you can see, both cases, this is perfect for like a wildlife magazine cover, and the cover of a magazine will always pay you more, so it pays off to think about the cover. Now, when you're doing animal shots, be at their eye level or lower. Don't be too far above them. And so sometimes that requires getting down really low. And here I am lying on the ground to get this cute picture of this turtle. And so where you are is very important. Make sure you're at their eye level or lower. Now, sometimes you can't travel all the places of the world to photograph, and so you have to think smart when you're at home. Now, these are animals that I was able to photograph in captive situations. The frog I caught and released the same day, didn't harm him at all, and I put him in a pan that was spray painted black and put some water in there, and I was able to control the light, and I didn't have to go down to the pond and get in the mud and all that. So sometimes if you can't get to the animal, sometimes it's good to bring the animal to you if you can. And the same with the raccoon. He was a cute little animal that a friend had, and he would just pop his head out time after time after time of that little tree trunk that we found. So those are some ideas for you to consider. Now, I do make my living as a photographer, but I also have a side business. And I find that a lot of people don't have the equipment, or they don't have the money for buying all this equipment and all the expenses and stuff like that. So if you want to learn more about me and maybe the side business that I have, I'd encourage you to click the link in the description of this video. And thanks for looking at these slides, and I appreciate your interest in my photography. Have a fantastic day. Bye for now.